What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. So, oh boy, you guys know me when it comes to my religious horror films, the religious horror genre. I absolutely love it. It's my favorite. I will watch anything and everything to do when it comes to horror movies and religious horror. And we have one that appears to be coming up. Now, I will say, I've said this before, folklore horror or folk horror, it's catching up. It's absolutely catching up to I'll call it an obsession with religious horror, because I know there's a film we've done trailer reviews, first looks, everything on it, like the Ritual with Al Pacino. I know that's already hit theaters, and I think it's going to be hitting digital here soon. It did not do well in theaters. I think everyone that I've seen or come across in the horror community has said, even outside the horror community, just people who love going to watch movies, said it was just absolutely horrible. Now, I've said it before, and I will always say it. I think when you watch films, TV series, whatever, I think it's all subjective. There are going to be things I'm going to absolutely love, like religious horror films, and there's going to be things that I absolutely hate, and vice versa, right? I'm sure many of you probably don't like religious horror films, or you think they're just okay. You may have seen The Ritual. I haven't had a chance to see it yet. I wanted to see it in theaters, but I wasn't able to. So again, I'm not sure if it's out on digital yet. I think it is coming out soon. So it's gonna be a blind buy for me. And maybe like, don't waste your money. Like, no, it's gonna be a blind buy, even if it's like 12, 15 bucks. I don't care. I'm gonna do it because I just have to. I have to see it as quickly as I possibly can, since I couldn't see it in theaters. So here we are. We have another one, and I'm saying this is religious horror just based off the title of this article. I haven't read the article. I haven't watched the trailer. But again, I'm just strictly going based on the title of this article. So fingers crossed this does actually turn out to be a religious horror film. Otherwise, that whole 2 minutes was for nothing that I just went over. So let's jump into the article as we always do with our trailer reviews. Then we'll jump over, watch the trailer, give our final thoughts before we check out. So, article, Your God Has No Power Here. Get possessed by the official trailer for Shaman. So, I mean, just right there. Your God has no power. And it says get possessed. So again, I'm leaning heavily towards thinking this is absolutely religious horror. So let's jump into the article details here. All right, so Well Go USA Entertainment has exclusively provided Bloody Disgusting with the official trailer for Shaman, a new possession horror movie that's being unleashed later this summer. Shaman is coming to select theaters as well on digital on August 8th, 2025. As soon as this video is done, I am marking my calendar, because that's what, about a month and a week. So we're what, 5.5 weeks out before this one drops. This will probably be a blind buy for me, because select theaters usually isn't happening in my area. Every time we come across a trailer that we do a review on, select theaters is never for me. Not that I wouldn't go see one, but they're just never playing in my area for some reason. And I've said this before. I have 5 or 6 main movie theaters within a few miles of me. Whether that's Harkins, AMC, I have quite a few around me. So none of them ever seem to play these select theater viewings. So August 8th, digital, absolutely, we'll buy it if the trailer turns out to be a banger. So let's continue on. The horror film follows a missionary as she and her husband seek to convert an indigenous community in a remote Ecuadorian village. Okay, so I think it's safe to say this is going to be religious horror. After a confrontation with the local shaman whose beliefs clash with her own, the missionary's son is seemingly possessed by an ancient spirit. Forced to confront her faith and a demon older than her own religion, she must make an impossible choice that could either save her son or curse their souls. We have the names of those starring in it, producing it, directing it, writing it. We don't read names. They're right there. I've stopped. So side note, I don't think I've ever really explained this. I've stopped reading off the names of all these people for a couple of reasons. One, the pronunciation. I don't want to offend it. If it's a common name, I'll more likely read it off, right? But when it comes to just things like this, I don't want to cause offense to the pronunciation of someone's name. I know it's a fine line, right, to mispronounce somebody's name. So I don't necessarily want to do that. It's never my intent to do that. So that's why I've stopped reading off the names. I always provide the links for any article, anything that we do on the channel in the description of every video. So if anyone wants to ever come back and look at this and read it for themselves, they can. I just, for one, have stopped doing that just to avoid any offense. So again, if you're ever wondering why all of a sudden I stop reading names when we do this, that's why. All right, so Well Go presents a Night Tree production and association. Okay, so let's keep going. Nothing more there. So we have the trailer here. We're gonna. Okay, we do have a movie poster. So let's take a look at this. Very, very clean poster. Now, why they would put all of this right here in the middle? I don't like that at all. Usually, that's at the very bottom of the poster. Now, I can understand maybe why they wouldn't want to do that. Just not to take away from what the bottom image is. Then just don't include it. Even this top part up here from executive producer of Talk to Me, I think if you're gonna want to have we'll call it commentary here, Your God Is Not Enough, have that, and then Shaman. That's it. Otherwise, I don't know why you'd want to put all like the credit names all listed right there. That just seems very out of place to me. Now this does look pretty crazy. I mean, we got I'm assuming that the son of the missionaries that we're talking about, that's possessed with a scorpion crawling out of his mouth. So that's going to be interesting. Now I'm hoping that's part of the film, maybe part of the trailer, because sometimes we see stuff like this and it's just a marketing ploy and they don't really show this. So I am fingers crossed that actually does get shown in the film and maybe even in the trailer. So all right, let's scroll down a little bit more, see if there's anything else. There's nothing else. All right, so let's get back to the top of the article as we always do before we jump into the trailer. So yeah, I imagine this is the sun again right here. I mean, I imagine this is going to be in the trailer as well. So, and the one that was on the poster. So, all right, let's get back to the top. All right, I'm excited about this one. Like I said, I love religious horror films. So let's pull up this trailer and see what they're going to give us.
Heavenly Father, we thank you for this family, for the good work that you let us do.
You are saved. I know we're a long way from home, but this is what God wants of us.
Elliot.
Where's Elliot? Father, Ellie seems different. He is not himself. The shaman. I think they did something to him.
You okay?
Are you, Father?
The church. The water. All of it is thanks to you.
Ese lugar no es para ti.
Whatever is going on, it isn't medical. ¿Qué es esto? What did he do to my son?
This is not them. They don't have that power. Our boy is sick, that is all.
Crean no lo crean. Toma lo que quiere. Parece que quiere a tu hijo. Who are you?
I'm just a boy. We're losing.
Tu Dios no tiene poder aquí. There's evil in this world. And the next.
What is this? What's happening?
You're not doing God's work. Not anymore.
Take off your mask, Father.
Let's go. I'm all in. That's a day one. What was the date again, everyone? Let's go back. Let me go back to the article and check. August 8th, day one, digital buy for me. Absolutely. I will buy this on day one and watch it as soon as I buy it. Now, these are the type of religious horror films I love. So they did show us the scorpion. It looks like the scorpions got shown a couple of times, crawling on the floor and around that water. I think it was on the floor, and then we went to like the river where we saw him like underneath the water. Some epic, I thought some pretty cool epic scenes there. One with the scorpion at the mouth, when he's after he goes into the cave, Elliot, I think his name was Elliot, and then he comes out and he's laying in his bed and he starts blood starts to come out of his mouth as he wakes up. The children, it's crazy because the other two children that are part of the village warned him not to go into that cave, not knowing if the cave has anything to do with it, because after that, it seems like and even the synopsis goes on to see as if the shaman had something to do with it. Now, one thing immediately I'm noticing different between this, and again, I'm calling it a religious horror film because it is dealing with possession. We do have a priest there. It's not like other religious horror films where if it does at times feel like we're just going around the same mountain, where you have someone, they get possessed by a demon, you bring in a Catholic priest, they go through this 45-minute, hour-long battle to get them exorcised, and then it ends up happening, they get exorcised, and some people die, some people don't. This one's very different. I mean, while the child is possessed, there is a Catholic priest there. We have other people involved in, and this is an assumption, in that village, like the shaman who had caused that possession to take place, right? Based on their beliefs, and whatever demon entity this is, evil entity, spiritual entity this is. So there are also some other scenes there where Elliot was sitting up and his arms were out straight to his sides and they bent backwards. This looks pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. Like I said, for someone who loves religious horror films, I'm all in for this one. It comes out on August 8th. Cannot wait to watch this one. And I will. And I keep saying this. We are getting caught up this coming weekend and coming week on all of the horror movie reviews that I still need to do. They just take a little bit longer to edit because I like putting some scenes of the films in there as I kind of go over things. But this will be one that definitely makes the top of the list to get done because I like reviewing films like this. So that's the quick review of the Shaman official trailer. Again, coming to select theaters and digital on August 8th, 2025. Drop a comment in the comment section. Let me know what you think about not just this film, The Shaman, but also religious horror films. Do you like them, not like them, pass, take? Let me know in the comment section. And if you haven't done so already, please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Otherwise, we'll see you at the next one. Later.